Yeah, baby.
So now we're live.
We're live.
We're live now.
We're live.
It's like freezing for the first time ever.
Are we live on YouTube though?
We're live on YouTube. This is going to be a. This is going to have to be a slow, like build up as we're doing this.
That's okay.
Thing. Let me see.
Once you hear that intro, you know what's coming.
Although technically, I think we're private now. Let's see. Okay, cool. It's so weird how, like, what is making it freeze? I don't know.
I can hear it on there too.
You can?
Yeah.
Let me see. All right, we are officially public now.
Sweet.
Let's see. All right, so now we got a new thingy. And now, before we continue, I'm going to just put. You can hear our stream?
Yeah.
Cool. How's the audio?
Sounds great.
Fuck yeah. All right. I'm actually going to exit out of this now. Let me see. Cool. I'm now going to email myself. This is all stuff that we can do probably during the intro. You ready to do this?
I am fucking ready, bro.
All right. So for the first one, let's get the audio version of it, of the intro.
Sweet.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's fucking do it.
Tell me when. I love Mom just texted. You guys are live on Facebook. We know.
That's so funny.
We're working through the technical difficulties.
I can't even
Not
tell you
an
how much
accident.
leeway we've given ourselves.
Oh yeah, no, we're hey, it's a work in progress. Wait till next week, huh? Let me know when you start it.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Want me to do the intro?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. First ever Pool Boy Live. Here we go.
Oh, hi, Mark.
There we go.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I award you no point.
Wow. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Hiya, and welcome to the Pool Boy Podcast. We are recording on Sunday, January 12th. I'm Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the big man himself, Jack O'Shea.
Real Live Fox 5.
We are back and we are streaming. There were some technical difficulties, as there always are in any, great leap.
God, dude, we had this completely set up.
We put our neck out on the line, Jack, and a lot of times, it doesn't go perfectly. What does?
I'm just jammed up because it worked like every other time.
I like you jammed up. You know when you're jammed up, you know what happens?
What?
Good radio.
Good radio. That's
Good
true.
radio.
The best radio comes from when I'm very upset.
Yeah, let's jam you in a jar. Let's
Yeah.
keep on jamming you until you can't be jammed anymore.
Let's get me very upset. Let's say some controversial stuff. I'm ready. Cancel me.
I think we
Let's
can
do it.
guarantee that much. But yeah, we are back. It's been a while. And we are back doing the weekly pod. And we're going to be streaming, so you can check it out live. Or afterwards, we'll be posting on YouTube, so you can watch it after the fact. Listen to it like every normal pod. Everything's the same, but everything's better.
Everything's better, and especially for this first time, I'm just so ready for the problems that we haven't been in. Like the people who are listening to this right now on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, and stuff. I just feel like there's going to be like a beeping sound.
Oh, I'm sure.
Throughout the whole thing.
I'm sure, yeah.
And we're going to still upload it. Fuck it.
I could give a fuck. Are you kidding me? The
Let's
whole thing
dance.
might be in Spanish. I don't even know how this whole thing works.
Ooh.
But we're doing it, and it's going well so far, if I can say so myself.
Let's get the fuck into it.
Should we get started? Mm-hmm. Let's get started. Let's start with some winners and losers, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right, who's your winner?
Okay, my winner is...
This is strange, by the way.
It's odd,
Does
right?
this feel strange?
I feel a little bit nervous, a little uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
Again, that's kind of what you need.
We had to do this. It's a lot like losing your virginity, where you're
Yeah.
like, wait, is that it?
And when that happens to us, we'll let you know. Don't worry.
It's in?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just keep on. I remember the
Yeah.
whole time just thinking like, man, round 2 of this.
Oh, it's gonna be good. I hope they're ready.
It'll work
'cause
out.
It's gonna be better.
It'll be better.
That's for sure.
All right, here we go.
All right, my winner. Should I say it?
Yeah.
Okay, my winner's Jillian Michaels.
You're a big winner.
And you might say, who's Jillian Michaels, Jack? And that's why she's my winner, because people are talking about her. Jillian Michaels is that super annoying fit girl from the show where the fat people, Biggest Loser.
Biggest Loser, yeah.
Biggest Loser, which is such a great title. Can you have a better name for a show?
They basically created it because of that.
Because of the name Biggest Loser?
Because of the name.
What a great... I remember seeing that show and being like, that is the meanest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But no, it's positive.
Isn't
it's
there
good.
like a ton of controversy with that show too? Where
They really work those people to the bone.
Yeah.
You're watching the show like, this guy's going to fucking die.
It's like, who's the biggest loser? How are we going to lose all this weight? Anorexia.
Yeah, when you think about it.
And bulimia, and just, there's a doctor right here.
I don't think it's a show anymore, because I don't think you could have a show now where it's a race to lose the most weight.
Because people are very comfortable with, people are upset when you're telling people that they have to lose weight.
And this brings me to my to my winner. So Jillian Michaels is my winner, because we're talking about Jillian Michaels, at least I am, because she's in the news. And she's in the news because she basically called Lizzo fat. She did it in a kind of not a mean way. It's not a nice way. I don't know if there's a nice way to call someone fat.
Yeah.
But she was basically like, I don't know why we got to celebrate that Lizzo's so fat. Let's just celebrate her music. You know, her line was, "It won't be so fun when she gets diabetes," which is a little harsh.
It's also very true.
It's a little bit true. Unfortunately, or fortunately, this is not the first time we've talked about Lizzo's weight on this podcast.
No. What did we talk about last time?
Well, I threw the question to you. Who do you think weighs more? You, Jack, 6'2".
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you 6'1.5". Who in shape? You know, you find time for the gym.
I genuinely, how tall is she?
My guess would be 5'9". I think she's a little tall. 5'8" though.
You think she's heavier than me?
I think she is heavier than you.
I'm
that's
lean
for
right
sure.
now. I'm like 2 bills right now. Do you think she's 2 bills plus? Are we?
If she is even, I'm looking at her height. If she's even close to, if she's above 5'7", I think so. She's 5'10", dude. She definitely weighs more than you.
Interesting.
But again, hey, who cares?
Who
you know,
cares?
It's whatever.
Nobody
you know?
cares. Except
But
for Jillian Michaels.
Except for Jillian Michaels.
Yeah.
Jillian Michaels really cares.
So why is she the winner?
Because we're talking about Jillian Michaels.
Oh, because
every now and
otherwise-
then, Jack, you just
Yeah.
gotta like do something. Like Pierce Morgan's the king of this.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, Pierce Morgan will just come out and just be. It's honestly usually about fat people.
Yeah.
That's what gets people going. People just really good-looking, attractive celebrities like to let you know that they're cool with fat people and that they have friends that are fat and they love that they're fat.
Yeah.
It's their favorite part about them. So it's one of these like every now and then, you know.
You know who Jillian Michaels is too? Jillian Michaels is she is the, if you go to any like bookstore, any of the remaining bookstores,
Any of the several remaining bookstores?
she writes like 2 books a year.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all like Slim to Begin.
Yes. That's
And
a
it's
good
her
name.
doing the pose that's right there.
Well, she's got a body.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
no, I
she's
get
an
it.
she's
earned
in-shape
it.
gal, yeah.
Yeah, no, she's definitely earned it. You want to know my winner?
Who's your winner?
By the way, guys, for the people who are listening, for the people who are watching right now, we basically we somehow figured out how to add buttons to this. So there's a lot of like, every now and then I'm like checking out of the conversation, which I need to keep myself from not doing because
Yeah.
I'm like, are the buttons?
No, I
pressed?
sense you wandering. I sense your. But hey, guess who's here to fill the time? This guy.
This guy.
It's gonna be a
All
heavy
right.
Henry podcast.
My winner is DaBaby.
You're a big winner.
The rapper DaBaby?
DaBaby, yeah. So
What a rap name.
I discovered DaBaby recently, which is
I
funny.
did too, actually. I did too. I had a moment.
He's got a song called Shug and a song called Vibes.
Which one's the one with the dance?
I think that's Bop.
It's one continuous shot.
Yeah.
And the greatest choreographed dance I've ever seen in my
And
life.
the guys with the masks.
The Jabberwockies.
The Jabberwockies.
They
one of
bring the
best things.
Jabberwockies out?
God, it sounds like Star Wars.
Yeah, but best part about DaBaby, I don't even know why he's your winner, but before that, what a name.
DaBaby.
Who's that? It's DaBaby.
I do like that.
It's DaBaby.
You want to know what I like about DaBaby? And again, I just discovered him. I think it was a couple months ago that I told you I discovered Lizzo.
Yes.
And Lizzo blew my mind, and I went through a huge Lizzo phase. Now I can't.
Lizzo blows just about everyone's mind. She's talented.
Yeah, and it's not an issue that she's fat.
Not at all. She can put on a goddamn show.
I couldn't be cooler with it.
Yeah.
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 But so DaBaby, the reason why he is my winner is because one, I discovered his music, but two, about like a few weeks ago, there was a bunch of leaks on Twitter. Did you see these?
What do you mean leaks?
There were leaks. There were
like WikiLeaks?
No, like video leaks. So basically, they were all three in the same day. There was the biggest loser of them, which was A$AP Rocky. He had a sex tape.
There was a sex tape, and people were like, "You're bad at having sex, bro."
I didn't see it, but that has to be the ultimate nightmare in
We've
life.
talked about it. Sex tape. If someone exposes a sex or releases a sex tape without your permission, if you're looking good, honestly, huge win. Massive win. It wasn't you that put it out there. There's no look at me, look at me. But everyone knows, hey, that guy can schmang it. If you look bad, I can't imagine anything worse.
This happened to El Prez from Barstool too.
He looked good though.
He looked great.
Yeah,
because he
little
had
Jeff
like
Bagwell
stance, and he was just kind of like he looked
you didn't
really
see
good.
anything down there. It was all covered, but she wasn't, and you saw enough of her to be like, he's pretty hot. Good for you, bro.
Apparently, A$AP Rocky didn't look good. The other one was there was another Logan Paul. It was like he was like a gay porn came out.
Whoa,
which wasn't true. It wasn't actually him. There's a porn star that looks just like him.
It's okay. It's like the whole naked Jon Snow photo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I seriously still think
it was Jon Snow. I still think it was Kit Harington,
but
neither here nor there.
But the Logan Paul one, I'm not calling that a loser because it's not really like a big loss, but I'm not calling that a win because it wasn't him. So he got the press, wasn't him.
Little pub. Never bad.
Winner is DaBaby, and here's why, Hen. Because it was also not him.
Oh, he had a sex tape that wasn't him?
It was just pictures of the man's penis.
Not good pictures?
Not good pictures. It was just pictures of the man's penis. And
very rarely do you find
it was a porn star and it was a schlong.
Oh, it was good looking.
So it was a win for him because it was like all of a sudden
good for DaBaby.
Twitter was crazy because everybody was like, "Yo, DaBaby, hit me up." And it wasn't
I love that
him,
stuff.
But I think enough people still think it was him. This guy literally never has to do another thing in his life. He's just known as this horse-cocked man.
It's pretty good. That's a pretty good rep to have.
Yeah.
He's also known as a fantastic dancer because that's all I know about him.
And he's good. You know what I really like about his songs too? Is it they always start with "Guess who made another one."
I love that. That's like the DJ Mustard thing.
Yeah.
I like a little tag in the beginning to be like, okay, now I know it's going to be a jam. Can I give you my other two favorite rap names that I know you haven't heard of?
Yeah.
Okay, so DaBaby's up there. That's pretty good. A Boogie with the Hoodie. That's a guy's name. Or maybe A Boogie. A Boogie
That's
with the
pretty
Hoodie.
badass. All one word?
No, it's separate. It's spaced out.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's on his ID. And then Ski Mask, the Slump God.
See, that is fantastic.
That's great.
Too. Because then you...
I don't even know what those words mean.
Then you also have a uniform where you just always wear a ski mask.
Dude, that's from fucking What Hot American Summer, DJ Ski Mask.
Yes.
So, not original, but we'll let it slide. It's okay.
All right, so here's what we're going to do, by the way, because we're having some technical issues.
Are we?
We're good with the recording, but for the...
YouTube, I'm watching YouTube. Looks good.
YouTube looks good?
Yeah. A little behind.
There's like some lagging and stuff?
No, just like, we're a little bit behind from where we're recording.
In the meantime, what's called Ethan, Gemini, Alyssa, Ellie, welcome. These are the people who are watching that. It's gonna take like me a couple minutes. I just gotta do this, and we'll just make sure to cut it out.
So Packers are about to win. Packers are about to beat the Seahawks, so it's gonna be Packers, fucking 49ers, and then Chiefs Titans. What a boring couple of championships.
Wait, Packers 49ers?
I think if it's going to be Packers Chiefs Super Bowl, that could be pretty sweet. You get Mahomes Rodgers.
That's kind of what they wanted for
because Mahomes is kind of baby Rodgers.
Yeah.
But the Titans, fun story, great stuff. Mm-hmm. Not bringing in the viewers.
No.
Not bringing me in.
No.
Congrats to Tannehill. Congrats to Vrabel. As I say this, by the way, it's 28-23. Seattle has the ball, so never mind. This is still a game. God, though, if Seattle wins and it ends up being Seattle-Tennessee, it's going to be like 45 people watch the Super Bowl.
Wait, it's Seattle versus you right now?
Seattle Packers right now, but Seattle, I thought the game was about to end, but it's...
you're saying for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, Seattle's down 5, though, with 4 minutes, but they have the ball. I trust Russ.
Who do you think people watch more of, the Packers or the Seahawks guy. I actually think the Seahawks have they're kind of the Golden State Warriors of the past decade.
The Packers are like everyone's they're so classic. There aren't that many people in Wisconsin, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just. I think there are more people in Washington and the upper Northwest than there are. You know, you go a little bit east, you got Bears fans. You go a little bit west. You know, so I would say Seahawks, but I don't really know. Packers cool. Cheeseheads.
All right, give me one more second.
We're almost there, baby. Dun, 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 dun. I gotta look up that DaBaby. I gotta watch that rap and dance again. The guy has moves, and there are some very talented women with very impressive physiques as well. I'm bringing back the Jabberwockies. Someone had to do it. Good for. I hate that they were blackballed.
Let me see. They were blackballed?
Nah, I made that up.
Oh, okay.
Also, for some reason, Bing is my go-to search engine right now. Bing is the worst.
Are you connected to that?
I don't believe so, but it might be.
Let me see.
Bing is so annoying. Yeah, it's Bop. Bop on Broadway is the one I'm talking about, the DaBaby song.
Dude, that guy's got
It's
moves.
this move. They do something like that.
Guess you made another one.
Yeah, it's pretty
Is
sweet.
that what he says?
I don't know. I'm new with DaBaby. I'm just getting to vibe with DaBaby.
All right.
I'm in love with DaBaby.
One second.
We are almost there.
Let me just make sure that we edit this out for the audio.
Yeah, for sure. For the one we post.
All right. Here we go. We should be okay now. I'm looking at this. We're sponsored by Geek Vape.
We good to go? We back?
Let me double check. God, it's so weird how it's like that.
We'll test it out. Figure out the kinks. Knock them out.
Give me one more second. I think I might have figured this out.
You ever hear about the day they opened Disney World, Jack?
What happened?
The cement wasn't dry. Women's heels were sticking
The
in it.
cement wasn't dry?
A guy made 10,000 forged tickets or fake tickets. The place was packed to the gills. They ran out of food. They ran out of water.
So
Look at that's Disneyland, but look at Disneyland now, huh?
So what you're saying is this isn't that bad. This also I'm not.
This
really,
is nothing.
I'm also
Jack.
not really
This is-
stressed. All right, 30 frames a second. So we should be good soon. Oh, then we may be back. But stream status is still bad. Like,
bad.
What the fuck? Our CPU is being used up. That is why.
By what?
I don't know. I don't know how these things work. Basically what's happening is our it's saving it on the not killing the computer. Still fucking is.
Fuck. I turned off all my Wi-Fi's.
Yeah, turn the Wi-Fi. What's great about situations like this, though, is that we're learning how to do all
Oh, yeah,
of
for
it.
sure. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not worried about the
Yeah.
first live thing.
No.
As long as it's recorded, we can post it tomorrow. And if we can't figure it out, all this stuff, by next week, we should ask Steven to come help.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to do that at some point. Okay. How the fuck? I just don't get how it's taking up all this CPU.
Yeah, we've been hyping up and bragging about our CPU power since we opened this thing.
It's not even taking up that much. All things considered, this is pretty damn good. But where the fuck is this CPU business coming from? I just don't know. Let's see. I mean, that looks pretty solid. I don't fucking know. All right.
Are we going?
Yeah, fuck it. All right, fuck it. For the guys listening and stuff, love you.
Yeah, cool.
We're going to have to just continue the pod. So if you can hear us, fucking sweet. If it's lagging, I'm sorry. Maybe put it on like the lowest resolution. Oh, it's good now.
It's good. Stream
Wait a minute,
status
it's
is
fucking
good.
good now?
Stream status is good.
Really?
YouTube wouldn't lie to you,
I don't know what happened.
but we're back.
I'm just going to say,
Back in lagless.
Alyssa Bloomberg, by the way, Alyssa
But
Bloomberg's
fingers crossed.
like the greatest person ever.
Hey, fingers crossed. I
very,
like it.
She's very funny. She's always engaging with us on the social medias and stuff.
Let's stay lagless, huh?
Something, I mean, let's hope so. Okay, now we are back. We're fucking back. I'm so ready. Are you?
I'm jacked to the tits.
Okay, here we go. What's our next segment?
Our next segment, Jack, is Royal Pains.
Royal Pains, an all-new episode, Thursday at 10 on USA. Characters welcome.
Just another great USA show. Do you ever watch Royal Pains?
No, of course I didn't. You think I watched Royal Pains?
I know you didn't, but I have to
Yeah.
ask. You know,
Did you ever watch Royal Pains?
of course not.
Okay.
Neil
I was
Heisel
gonna say,
did.
That was a very new
Yeah.
show. It's
It is one of those shows, though. USA, say what you want about USA shows,
Mm-hmm.
but they could name a motherfucking show.
it would be really funny if like you came home one day and I was watching like Burn Notice and I
Season
just
2
turned
of
it
Burn
off
Notice?
quickly. There was also there was like a few weeks where you wouldn't tell me. You and Mike would be like, "Should we watch it?" I'd be like, "What?" And they're like, "We're not going to tell him."
Well, we were watching things we knew you wouldn't like,
Well,
like the DC Universe animated movies.
I had no idea. Like in my head, basically.
You also didn't really ask. We were like trying to get you to be like, "What are you watching? What are you guys watching?" And then
Yeah.
you were just kind of like, "Okay," and you would go to bed, and we were like, "Damn."
But I would be. Up
But then it would
late
stick
in
with
bed.
ya.
I'd be up
It'd
late
stick
in
with
bed
ya.
thinking like, what are they watching?
What are they
Do
possibly
they have like
watching?
a voyeur cam in my room and are they watching me do my business?
How did I do that?
When I pee, are they watching me pee?
Are they watching you poop and pee?
But yeah, you were watching like you said, the cartoon,
The Red Hood.
the like adult.
It's like
Batman.
DC Universe animated movies are fucking gnarly, dude.
They're like NC-17.
People are dying. There's blood everywhere. It's sick and twisted.
It's very strange because you're used to those characters animated the same way.
Oh yeah, same way. They're not doing anything different.
Being bubblegum.
Oh, yeah.
Except
But they're not.
in this one, they're like fucking each other.
They shoot to
and
kill.
Really killing each
They
other.
really shoot to
Really
kill.
hurting each other.
Ask questions later kind of
Yeah.
thing. But Royal Pains, one of the more fitting segment names we've ever had.
Even though it's not about the.
It's not at all about the show Royal Pains, but England, Jack, is going through some royal pains.
They really are.
Harry and Meghan, Prince and Princess, or I don't know if you call them that. They might be that. The whole thing confuses me, and honestly, this situation confuses me. Mom texted like, "You guys are talking about Harry and Meghan on the pod, right? Excited to
Yeah.
hear what you think." And I was like, "We are." I don't know how much I think about it because the whole thing is just already so mind-boggling to me.
Man, they own magazine covers.
Oh my gosh. They should just buy like Star and Us and shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got the dough for it.
Yeah, they
I mean,
do.
they are on the cover of everything. But anyways, in case you're not in the loop, Harry and Meghan put out a statement. They said they've chosen to make a transition and starting to carve out a progressive new role with the institution, which I didn't realize. I guess it's an institution, the royal family.
It's like a What would it even be like then?
I don't really know. I mean, it's confusing.
It sounds like you're kind of like belonging to a country club.
Yeah, I feel like the best country club.
Yeah.
There's only like a couple
By
of them.
far.
A lot of incest and stuff. And they say we intend to step back as senior members of the royal family and work to become financially independent while continuing to fully support Her Majesty the Queen. It is with your encouragement, particularly over the last few years, that we feel prepared to make this adjustment.
Okay.
So they're basically like, we outie, peace.
Yeah.
My first thought is, there's one reason they're doing this. It's because they want to live in North America. That's like the big thing.
Could they not live in North America before?
No, you got to live at the fucking...
Dude, I'm pretty sure Canada is
castle.
like technically...
Do they live in a castle? No.
Do they not live in a castle?
No, they live in, what do you call it? What do you call their place? The big place?
Buckingham Palace?
They live in a palace.
They don't all live there, though. That's just where the Queen lives. And
Big place for one person.
I bet you some of the like fourth cousins who are like, technically we have a room here. It's like we're in a fraternity, and you're like, technically, one of these rooms is mine. And that's how you end up with a lot of weird seniors at the house.
A lot of creepy seniors in your couch in your room when you get home from class.
Hanging out, smoking your bong, playing your video games. Get out of here, Dave.
Their house too. But I think it's basically, I think they just want to go to America, like, right? Like, I
get it.
I don't blame you. We're talking about Harry, by the way, the redhead wonder. The dude's always been a fucking wild card.
Yeah.
He wore this is the guy who wore a fucking Nazi costume for Halloween one year.
Yeah.
Had that happened today, you're done. You're busted and you're toasted.
People do that every year, though. Blackface. Every year there's somebody.
It's so funny. Julianne Hough was this year. She went blackface.
She went blackface
And it's
this
like,
year?
what are you thinking?
Did you not tell anyone about your costume?
We had a sketch. Can I say what our sketch was? We had a sketch that was half about blackface.
Yeah,
And we
what
decided
was
not to do it.
What was it?
We decided not to do it because we were like, we can't even come close. It was that for Halloween, I'm going as Mike the Situation from Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
So I want to look tan. But I don't realize that what I put on is actually way darker.
Yeah.
So then I'm like terrified.
Yeah.
And I'm like very upset.
And everybody thinks from your outfit that you're actually being like mid-2000s 50 Cent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we decided not to even go for it because you can't. You can't even get close to
can't.
certain things. You just can't get close to. One of which is wearing Nazi uniforms.
Harry did.
Every now and then,
Harry went there.
Every now and then, it's like these private school boys are in trouble for a photo where they all did the Heil Hitler salute, and it's like, what were you guys thinking? Like,
Do you not have the internet?
It's just crazy to me.
Everybody, before you do anything, we're like, is this controversial? Google it.
Just Google it, yeah.
And some news thing will come up about somebody who got fired from their job they've worked at for like 20 years.
And we're not the PC police. We're pretty lenient on this stuff.
We're the opposite. We came up with that sketch.
There's just we came up with that sketch.
We're the exact opposite. No,
but there's just a couple things he can't do. But so it just goes to show Harry has always kind of done his own thing. He's kind of like celebrities have like the kids that want to be like exactly like the dad, and usually those ones end up being the most successful. That's Prince William,
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like, fuck it, dad. It's like Tom Hanks' kid, Chet.
Yeah.
He's like talking like the patois, what do you call it, the Jamaican accent thing? He's doing that now.
It's like, why can't you be more like Colin?
Be more like Colin, bro.
Yeah.
Because William's Colin,
Yeah.
and Chet is Harry. Where it's like, I get it, it must be pretty sick. You don't have a lot to worry about.
Isn't it funny how William was the show? Like literally everything was about William, and it was like, and his kid brother here. There was like League of Their Own.
It was so League of Their Own.
William was Gina Davis.
Yeah,
and,
she was a Diamond Betty, whatever.
Yeah, and then Harry is like the girl
really
from Point Break.
annoying, mediocre
Yeah.
athlete sister who cries constantly throughout the movie.
That was
for some reason you're supposed to feel bad for her. It's a
Kit.
confusing Kit.
Yeah, your kid sister Kit. She sucked.
Yeah,
she was a pitcher.
Blew.
She was throwing grapefruits out there. That's a lot of League of Their Own references we just dropped. But no, it was like that. And then all of a sudden, and honestly too, my celebrity lookalike was Prince William.
Oh, for forever. People that didn't know you would like say you look like Prince William.
Yeah. And
it was before he went bald.
And if you haven't thought about it before, what do you think? But
you do look like him. Not as much as you used to.
Well,
he's got a harsher nose.
So what's interesting is he then went bald.
He did.
So did I. But he went bald really hard.
He went bald really fast, really hard. It was you were more of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
His is one of those roller coasters where they just drop.
Yeah. It was like one week it was like, wait, has he been wearing a wig this whole time?
Yeah, it did seem like, you're right, where it's like, was there a toupee that all of a sudden you just, because I know that's the kind of the strategy.
Yeah.
Is you wear like a less of a toupee slowly but surely, and he was just like, fuck it, the thing itches, get it off my head kind of thing.
We're dancing. But the so I wonder too how much of it has to do with the fact that he's like not. There's no chance that he's gonna unless there's like Shanghai Knights. Unless there's like a Shanghai Knights situation,
I know exactly
Harry
what you're
will never
talking
be king.
You know, apparently that's what it was.
Yeah.
Was that it was like slowly but surely. Now it's like, well, the only people that matter are Queen, the Charles, maybe.
It goes right now. It goes Queen, then her son, who's Charles, then William,
and then William's son,
and then William's son,
George.
And then if all of them die before any other sons are had, Harry.
Okay.
But
so you either got to poison some lunches, or you just got to give up on the dream.
Henry, it's literally the plot of Shanghai Nights.
It's very much the plot of. Wow, you're right. You got to watch Shanghai Nights again.
He was like 7th in line. He was like, "There's only one way I can do it, and that is to literally blow up the entire family."
It's also like kind of Frozen-ish.
Ish, yes.
Ish.
Where the guy was like, "I'll be the king."
Yeah.
Very Frozen. Harry's pulling a real Frozen here.
Apparently, the craziest part about this though is that they didn't ask the Queen first. They just like announced like, "Hey, we outie" kind of thing. And I didn't really think about that. And then I was reading about it. It's literally like fucking Clemenza in The Godfather starting his own family without the Don's permission.
Yes.
It's like the Queen is very much Don, not just a Don. She's Vito, where it's like all the other, I couldn't even name you other royal family. I know there's like Monaco and Spain, like all they have royals. England, that's
Prince Andrew. He's in some hot water for being a terrible person.
Yeah, he's a young touchy guy.
Remember when you used to call those people diddlers?
Yeah, because they
You got to stay away from that guy.
It was too graphic.
Stay away from that neighbor. He's a diddler.
Yeah, he diddles.
Yeah.
He's in the diddling business.
Interesting. I also see, too, where it's like Meghan Markle's an actress. Has she acted in anything since she became Princess Meghan?
No, but it just came out that she like signed a thing with Disney.
Okay.
Which, by the way...
is a slam dunk for Disney.
It's massive for Disney.
They have an actual princess?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the what have yous are.
She's the first Disney princess.
She's a real princess, and it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts. Having said that, would you rather be... I guess now that because before she was kind of a B-level sitcom star-ish, like kind of a guest role, kind of like, I recognize her kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she was like a princess.
Yeah.
I would, in my mind, I'm good being the princess. I don't need to. Come back to Hollywood. Who gives a fuck?
I don't know. I think there's only so much. Like, if you think about what they do, what their job is,
I think you're a meet and greet, right? You're shaking hands, kissing babies.
That would be for you and me. That's a nightmare.
It is.
Every day you have to like go and wave and be like, "This is great." Yeah. It's not always great, hun.
Yeah, it's not always great.
There's probably some days when Prince Harry has diarrhea. And he
still has to go to the photo op with diarrhea.
Yeah, and he has to act like, "I love this country, Monaco." You know?
Hello, Monaco,
Albania.
Yeah. Hello, Slovenia.
I couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't. It would be annoying. But I think there are some pretty nuts perks.
Yeah,
I think everything in your life is.
Oh, you
pretty
mean like
spoon-fed.
never having to worry about anything ever?
Ever. You don't have a worry in the world.
Yeah.
Except for your next, place to be, and you got people telling you where to go and taking you and protecting the whole thing.
The Queen is going to live till like 200 because she has access to the best medicine.
She's old, bro.
Yeah,
and she's still. It doesn't even seem like she's close to.
I think her husband.
Talk about that, but
her hubby.
Is he fallen?
He's fallen.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, he's like 102.
I was about to say, when the fuck these guys were like totally like really relevant in World War II, were they not? Am I totally wrong? I'm wrong.
If you've seen the King's Speech with Colin,
that's
Firth,
World War II. Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
She's in it though.
She's in it?
Yeah, she's like, "Dad, are you gonna be king?" In a British accent.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah. Hey,
you
Dad.
King?
Yeah, it's like that. All right, what's our next segment?
Next segment.
Let's skip the one because we're running out of time.
Jack thoughts.
Ooh, we're doing Jack Thoughts?
Yeah, right?
Hell yeah. Okay, so this is a segment that we did forever ago, guys. This is basically every now and then I think about some stuff. We don't have a thing for this. We don't have like a little noise thingy, but we do have my thoughts. So here are my thoughts. It would have been, and this is over the past like month. That's why we have
random.
them. Just random.
No
every
direction.
now and then I'll just write down, be like, "You'd be funny," and it's a
Are you
little.
going to pose it as a question or is it just a talking point?
Each one's a little bit different. So this is the first one. You know what would have been really funny?
What?
Is if when they made The Lion King and they've recasted everything, if they had recasted everybody but Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick was still Simba.
Because they recasted everybody but like James Earl Jones.
Yeah, he was the one.
The one who played the James Earl Jones' wife.
Nala?
No.
Nala's the
was
younger
Beyonce.
one. It's like Sabira.
Yeah, it's like Sabir or
some
something.
shit.
Wouldn't it be funny if you're like, we recasted everybody?
Guess who's back?
Matthew Broderick.
request.
We had to bring. He crushed it.
The Broderick.
Everybody
Ferris
remembers
Bueller.
Matthew Broderick's role. So that's my first Jack thought. This is my next one. When you look up at the stars and you realize how big the universe is, like, you ever done that thing where you're like, holy shit, we're so small? And then
Of course.
you realize like how insignificant, we are
Yeah, I don't really care.
in like this huge, vast universe. We're basically ants in this universe. You know what would really fucking suck?
What?
To be an ant.
Wow, you're right. Can you imagine
'Cause
being
then
an
you are-
ant and then looking at us people who are looking at the stars?
You were the ants of ants.
Yeah, you're the ants of all the ants.
You were nothing.
Interesting.
You were
You mean nothing.
you little actually little piece of shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I feel small in this universe, but at the same time, I'm me, yo. You know what I mean? And there's nothing that's going to stop me from being me.
Yeah.
Ants, there's a lot that's going to stop you from being you.
Yeah. Next one. Golf announcers were the original ASMR.
Definitely.
And they really were.
They really
and
were.
it really drives me
I always tell
fucking
people,
nuts.
they're like, how do you watch golf? And it's like, golf's just pleasing.
I-
It's just comfortable.
I don't like it because I'm very uncomfortable when people like whisper to me.
Okay, then that would make you very uncomfortable watching golf. That makes sense.
And the entire thing, because here's the thing, Hen. They're not on the course. They're in a booth. They
Yes.
can talk full volume. And instead
interesting,
they're
yeah.
whispering as if they're there. Why are they lying to us with that stuff?
I think they want to paint the picture for you. They want to get you. It's like, why do newsmen have a fake backdrop of the city behind them? One, it's for when you're a kid, you really think that that's the real city.
Yeah.
But also it's just kind of gets you in the mood. It's like a scented candle before an intimate night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, except I don't want to be in that mood. I don't like that mood. That mood's stupid.
Golf is very sexual.
I hate doing something else, and then the only other sound is something you're like, he's gonna want to use the 7.
It's a sexual sport.
I don't like it. When did the protocol for flight attendants become to fly down the aisle with the drink cart and hit every elbow and shoulder on the way?
It seems like they become flight, and we've been on a lot of flights recently, back
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast. It seems like, I don't know whether the cart was made bigger, perhaps, or if the seat was made smaller, or if
The protocol's
Delta-
changed.
Maybe Delta just told their people, hey, fuck the elbows, get people their drinks and get them there fast.
The protocol was changed because it used to be people were like, oh no, you want the aisle for the extra leg room, which was always somewhat of a myth, but it used to be at least somewhat true. You could put your leg in the aisle. It's the opposite now, because if you put your leg or elbow there,
You're breaking your ankle.
a guy next to me on my flight back home, he had his leg out. Actually, no, my flight to DC. He had his leg out, and the lady hit it. He must have been on Xanax or something because he didn't wake up. The lady hit the leg really hard, and then tried again, and then eventually
She thought it was like a speed bump in the way.
she knew it was his leg, but usually they bump you and you move.
Yeah.
But he was out like a light, and so she actually had to shake him awake and be like, "Sir."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
If I got my leg out and all of a sudden you're snapping my ankle with the drink cart, was it worth it for the cranberry juice on guy, 32C? Come on.
Here's a little idea. If you ever break your elbow, get in the aisle seat, stick your elbow out, and then when they hit it, they broke my elbow.
A few minutes of further pain for millions of dollars.
Welcome back to some frequent flyer miles, dude.
And teach the airline business a thing or two. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Any more Jack thoughts?
Yeah, I got one more. Evan Almighty, the sequel to Bruce Almighty,
Of course.
the same movie as the Santa Claus. It's the same concept.
As the Santa
And
Claus?
basically the same beat.
What are you talking about?
Beat
It's
by
nothing to
beat.
do with Christmas.
Evan, no. But the concept of he was chosen by, so basically it starts off with Scott Calvin and Steve Carell, SC.
Okay, even though the character's name's not SC, I'll give it to you. Keep going.
Tell me that's a coincidence.
No, I'm in.
I
I'm
dare
in.
you to tell me.
I'm in.
The character's name is literally Evan. It's Evan Almighty. But so it starts off with that, and then something happens, and Scott Calvin meets with like Bernard and all the elves, and they're like, "You're Santa." And Evan meets with Morgan Freeman. He's like, "You're Noah."
Noah.
And you have to do this. And so they're like, "You have to build an ark," and they're like, "You have to be Santa." And then they go back to their real lives, and they're like, "I got a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm going through a divorce, so
Yeah.
I'm a new congressperson." and then,
I'm going through divorce. I'm now in Congress.
and
Yeah,
then all these random things are happening. So like in the same one, they start growing beards freakishly fast.
Wow.
They both do that.
Okay, the beard thing I will give you.
Yes.
The beard thing is identical.
Yes.
Okay.
They also both have a kid who's like, "You're Noah." You're Santa.
The kid that believes in them even when they don't believe in themselves.
And then they have their wife or their ex-wife in the case of, isn't it amazing how much I know about both of these movies?
I was going to say, I kind of forget of him almighty. This is kind of a treat.
I'm walking you through it.
Yeah, a little summary.
They have their wife who's like, listen, I love you. You're great for our kids, but I think you're starting to kind of lose it.
I think you're kind of going insane and we got to lock you up.
You think you're Santa Claus, which,
By the way, wife, thanks for not believing in me.
Yeah, but if you are, well,
Throw your vows away.
can you imagine what you would do if I was like, I'm Santa?
I'd
You
leave.
lock me up and throw away the key.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't even be an intervention. It would be like a net gun.
Yeah.
Like, I'd get you leaving the house.
Although I think that you would pretty quickly believe me when I come downstairs. I'm like, okay, I'm going to shave. And I shave. I show you my shaved face. And then I come back downstairs. I have full beard. You'd be like, okay, something's afoot.
That's an issue with the Santa Claus for me of like his wife's like, you're losing your mind. And he's like, look at me. 3 weeks ago, I was a clean 165 and I'm 230 now.
Lean.
Like, is it even possible to do that? And I think the shaving trick's right. And of course, you can't put those scenes in movies, but you're totally right. There is evidence that can sway someone like that.
Yeah.
If you shaved, went upstairs, came back down, you had full beard, I'd almost need to see it in the flesh, but I'd be 50% believing you by then.
I that, and then also like there's a bunch of things of like an Evan Almighty. Anyway, they're the same movie. that was my my last Jack thought. In fact, when we were driving to New York, it was all the kids except for you in the car, and I was driving, and I legitimately said, "Hey, can somebody in here text me just this? Evan Almighty and the Santa Claus are the same movie." And Ryan and William both at the same time texted me that. And just that's how you come up with Jack thoughts, guys.
Jack thoughts.
You're in a car driving with a bunch of people who are trying to talk to you, and you're thinking about how these movies are these movies are the same thing.
I gotta give Evan Almighty a rewatch.
Dude, it's actually pretty funny. I like it better
People
than Bruce
really
Almighty.
hated it. People
Hated
really hated it.
Why?
It was destroyed.
Because Wanda Sykes was a little much?
No, because people just thought it was stupid and bad and just not a good movie. I think.
Do you know who crushes it? And it's not his only time playing a congressman.
Who?
John Goodman.
John Goodman is a very good unethical politician.
Yes.
He really nails that. I don't know why. He seems like a very nice guy, but his role, he really kills like the really bad guy.
Yeah. How come Julian Michaels wasn't critiquing John Goodman for his weight?
Well, he lost all that weight.
Did he? Oh,
John
yeah.
Goodman looks fantastic.
He was an alcoholic. And then he stopped.
And the booze is where the weight came from.
It's crazy. If you drink a ton and then you stop drinking, like within a week, your face, you like look so much skinnier. Okay. So was that?
Yeah, let's move on. It's time for war.
It's called war. You feel it?
I hope you enjoyed that extremely intense clip from the movie Fury.
Yeah.
Which is a very intense movie, and I think that's the most intense scene.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Is that not the most intense scene?
No.
The kid sees his girl that he just made love to blow up?
No, the most intense scene by far is in the very beginning of the movie that basically is like, hey, welcome to fucking Fury.
Let's watch Fury tonight. I'm watching Fury
I'm
later.
down.
I remember seeing it and going, I'm probably never going to watch. That was good, but that was so intense. I don't need to go through that. You know what I mean?
I'm actually so down to watch Fury tonight.
I'm very down.
No, the most intense scene is in the very beginning. They're in a tank, and all of a sudden they shoot another tank, and they show a guy in the tank in front of them, literally on fire, and he runs out and then shoots himself. It's literally. I remember watching.
I forgot about that. The guy on fire shooting himself.
I remember thinking, oh, it was one of those things where like,
I'm watching it like
I literally went like this.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think I could do. I don't think I should go to war. I always thought I could. You know, Saving Private Ryan. Panther Brothers, but no, if that's what it's like, I think I'm out.
It's also great too because it's like it's a movie where they're trying to make it seem as real as possible as far as like this is what war is actually like, but it's also as unreal as possible because you have guys like Brad Pitt
with a haircut that
no one had.
The haircut did not exist until 2016. It's a hard, real short on the sides. Perfectly long, almost it's like a mullet, but not quite slicked back. He looks incredible during that movie.
It's basically like a mullet mohawk.
Yeah,
it's
so
awesome.
Badass. Very good. I mean, he rocks every look. But that's an underrated Brad Pitt hairstyle.
Yeah,
because we talk a lot about Brad Pitt on this podcast, specifically his hair.
Yeah,
I don't know how many times we've ever mentioned Fury.
That also kind of him and Justin Bieber combined sort of made that hairstyle popular.
Very much so. Very much so. But yeah, so war. Everyone's talking Iran, Jack. It's what the people are talking about, and it's a serious issue.
World War III. Although it's kind of dying down now.
Yeah, it's totally dying down. I think
we're not going to war.
I don't think we're going to war. But for a little bit, people are like, get ready to get drafted. There's some really good World War III memes. I really appreciated the content because I wasn't really worried. It doesn't. People say draft a lot. I think they kind of.
We would never get drafted.
Yeah, I think we take on Iran pretty. I think that one.
They're more likely
That would
to
be
be
a case
like
closed situation.
you are more. They're more likely to be like, hey, we're taking your microwave. Than
Yeah.
You're getting drafted. They'll be like, we're taking your microwave because we have to build robots.
Yeah, we need the chips in the microwave.
Yeah.
We got a lot of popcorn. We need popped. But yeah, so we're not getting drafted. But who doesn't love a good draft every now and then? We used to do drafts all the time.
used to have our
Not
own
real drafts. I mean, our drafts.
Yeah, no.
I hate real drafts.
You mean like for war?
No, for our drafts. We used to do drafts.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, what drafts do you hate?
Like actual war drafts.
Oh yeah, I'm indifferent.
Jack's in for the war draft.
I think it brings everybody together.
If there's a draft, give Jack a ticket. He's on board.
No, we talked about this. I can't go to war.
Because
They wouldn't allow me
because of your knee.
because of my knee. They'd be like, do you have any?" They're like, "Oh, so we see you have like some histories with your knee." And it's like, does that limit you at all? I'd be like, it would limit me nothing. I'd be completely fine, except I can't walk like more than a few miles without sitting down. And they'd be like, well, that's basically what war is.
I don't know, dude. I think the Army has some stuff they're not telling us about, including those braces, like those almost like alien technology knee braces that you see in movies sometimes, where it's like, and like all of a sudden it's like, oh, he can walk again. You know?
If they have that, I would gladly go to war to get a new knee.
What's the movie with Brad Pitt, and it's in like during World War I, and they're in Colorado, and he's like the coolest guy ever, Tristan?
I've literally never heard of this. Or
Legends of the Fall.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Bradley Cooper.
Oh, Brad Pitt, my bad. You ever seen Legends of the Fall?
No.
If we went to war, I would be Brad Pitt, and you would be my younger brother. Basically,
Well,
what
so
happens?
how does that work? Because
What
you're
happens?
my younger brother.
Basically, what happens is the younger brother's like, I'm joining the Army, and Brad Pitt's like, fuck the Army. I'm fucking old school cowboy, kind of Native American, to be honest with you. And his dad, Anthony Hopkins, is like, you gotta go and you gotta protect your younger brother.
Kind of Native American, to be honest.
Yes, he is Native. Basically, he was raised by Native Americans. So there's a whole thing with a bear, and he'd go to bear. Anyways, his dad's like, you gotta go to war, and you gotta protect your little brother. And he's like, done, say no more. So Tristan, Brad Pitt, who's like basically Achilles, like the greatest at everything ever, just goes to war and just basically follows his little brother around and protects him.
Yeah.
That would be me to you in war. You'd be kind of limping around. They'd still make you go.
Yeah.
And then it would be like Dad would say to me, protect your brother. And then the whole war, I'd be like, get down. And like,
Yeah,
like,
that's what it'd be like.
Take me.
I think everybody is realizing right now that would just never happen. Can you imagine if we were doing something like that and you were like, no, I got you, buddy.
I can more than imagine. It's happened before. It'll happen again. I can more than a dozen times, Jack. I've carried you. I've thrown you over my shoulder, and I have carried you somewhere either out of trouble or into safety.
You know what's nice about live streaming, Henry, is that
What?
we can prove that you have never, that you can't carry me.
Oh, like I could try to carry you right now?
We could on video, you could try to pick me up and walk with me.
Challenge accepted.
Actually, we can't do it because
See, he backs out.
no, you just
Yes,
realized that we
shaky.
couldn't do it because the USB is attached and it would break.
Good.
It would be stupid. Plus, who would carry it?
Yeah,
Anyway,
excuses,
all right.
excuses.
Back to the thing. So we're doing a war draft.
Yeah, we're
gonna be
going to draft our platoon.
our platoon.
I think so.
All right.
My platoon versus your platoon.
Okay.
And I think with 3 draft picks, is that good? And we're just picking from war movies or TV shows.
Yes.
Way more TV show or movies than TV shows, but you still got a couple in there.
Yeah.
So any fictional, I think we can go real. I guess I like the fiction. I like the fictional stuff.
Well, what would be real?
Just like movies based on real stuff.
Oh,
like
we have to
fucking
do that.
Patton and
Yeah.
most of the best war movies are not based on anything except for Hacksaw Ridge.
Okay, let's play. Let's play the game.
You
All
ready?
right, you want to go first?
You get the first pick, or I can get the first pick.
I'll go first. I'm going to pick Mel Gibson from The Patriot.
God, that was mine.
He is
Damn the ghost.
He is the ghost.
He's
he
the
is
ghost.
a leader. He's a family man.
And he's pissed off.
Let's see what we. So he's a leader. Okay.
Yes, very much so. Whether he's one of those leaders where he's a leader whether he wants to be or not.
Yeah.
He just is.
Yeah.
He's just magnetic. People just want to follow.
His only downside is I don't think I'd really enjoy being around him.
No, he seems like a serious kind of a boring series, like a Tom Hanks Catch Me If You Can, where it's like tell a joke every now and then.
Yeah.
Lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
I know it sucks, but it sucks for everybody here, and it'll be a little bit better if we all kind of become friends and a little bit of humor.
He's also he's a great shot, but he's also great with hand-to-hand. He fights with hatchets.
I've never
sometimes.
seen anyone better with a hatchet. I don't think I've ever seen anyone be able to handle a hatchet.
Yeah.
Here's a con for you. I don't know if he can control himself.
Well, no, that's what I was going to say.
He hit a guy with a hatchet about 175 times.
Well, but I want that. He's on my side.
Okay, you want the rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we're going against each other, congrats. If you get caught by him, you're going to get like 170 hatchets to the face.
They're going to find you and go, what the hell happened to this guy? You know, it's like, what could have happened? Was it a wild animal? They're like, I think there's a boar or a polar bear.
It had to be a pack
Around
of beavers
here.
who thought his face was a log.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so who's your pick?
I'm going to pick a guy who doesn't even carry a gun. I'm going to pick Lieutenant Douse.
Oh, from Hacksaw Ridge?
Hacksaw Ridge. If this, okay, this is the one person based on a real story that I would pick. The guy, I thought the movie was going to be so stupid because he has a really dumb Southern accent.
Yeah.
And what I hate is he's from Virginia, and it's like
he's pretty bad.
That's not how we talk.
That guy's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's pretty annoying.
Honestly, the movie is not good, but it's also awesome.
It's fantastic. It's also terrible. You're right.
Yeah.
It's Vince. Honestly, Vince Vaughn isn't great in it. He's kind of chubby, doesn't quite fit in that uniform.
It feels like they recorded a play.
It does. It
right?
does feel like they recorded a play.
Yeah.
Or it seems like they spent all the money on some shots, so they didn't spend on the others. But they had. You know what's funny is the one thing that they didn't keep historically accurate is the actual Lieutenant Doss had a pencil thin mustache, and I think they thought we just can't. He would be too creepy. He already talks like he's
like John Waters,
like a modern day serial killer. Yeah, exactly. He's like exactly like John Waters.
God, you are a psycho if you have a pencil thin mustache.
You're a nut job.
You are an absolute nut job.
I don't even know how you do it. Like, what do you even like? You need a real fucking steady hand.
Yeah.
It is a creepy, creepy look.
I think it's a minus for you, but okay.
No, I'm pumped though because he doesn't carry a gun. He refuses to. Hashtag, just wanting it more. Being able to risk it for the biscuit. Meanwhile, your guys have never risked it. They're just sitting on their biscuit. But he saved like 141 people in one night on fucking, I want to say Iwo Jima, but it wasn't. Some type of cliff in Japan.
It was Hacksaw Ridge.
It was Hacksaw Ridge. He saved them on he saved them on Hacksaw Ridge. Anyways,
that was the greatest. I don't know where it was. Probably Japan. They make also. You want to talk about controversial? They make Japanese people look terrible.
Dude,
in that
they
movie.
but I think the Japanese army back then. It was a different time, Jack. It was a different culture.
It was.
But they make them look like fucking nut. A lot of screaming and. Everyone's trying to commit suicide. Everybody is. There's one scene where a guy just holds on to another guy and lights a grenade, and they just scream into each other's faces and blow up.
And it's insane.
But yeah, that's my pick. I'm picking Lieutenant Doss.
Are we doing snake draft or are we doing?
I know, back and forth.
Back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm in between two people right now. There's one that I want. I already have my leader, and I think I have the best leader. Although there's some other good ones.
Make up your mind, bro.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Vin Diesel from Saving Private Ryan.
Oh my God, he was gonna be my third pick. I was waiting for the third for him.
And he's a guy,
not a heady guy, not a smart soldier.
No,
but he got sniped in about the most obvious sniping.
Because he was trying to save that girl.
Yeah, what did she need to be saved?
Dude, that is a scene that
that scene's gnarly.
I was telling my lady friend that I cried so much in the past week. One of the reasons why we weren't here, by the way, guys, is a member of our family passed. I cried so much in that week. I won't be able to cry, I don't think, for 3 years.
Yeah, you're all out of tears.
I'm dry.
You're like Cameron Diaz in that Christmas movie.
Empty. I don't even know that. You mentioned a lot of movies that I've never.
You've seen The Holiday, Cameron Diaz?
No, with Jack Black.
Oh my goodness, you
I've
love
never seen it.
But a big part of it is she doesn't cry. She last cried when her father left when she was 7. It's like her thing. She just can't cry. Guess what she does by the end of the movie, Jack? She cries.
You know what I love is I just read Ellie said, I don't know most of these people, LMAO. I'm sorry. This is one of those things where it's like, I'm sure if you're listening to it, people are skipping ahead. It's like, okay, here's where Jack and Henry talk about, the intricacies of this one random movie that we've never even, I just explained all of Evan Almighty. Okay, but now I'm going Vin Diesel. I'm telling you why. He's a big dude. He can carry a lot of stuff. He's my hang guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy where it's at night we've set up camp. He's telling the stories. He's breaking the balls.
He's the cool guy in the platoon, for sure.
Yeah.
You need a cool guy.
Oh, no, the part, I didn't mention the part where that makes me cry. It's after he gets shot, he pulls out his letter.
Give it to my father.
It's my dad. You got to give it to my dad.
Give it to my dad.
My letter's got blood on it.
It's got blood on it.
It kills me.
It's intense. It's intense. An early roll for Vin. My next pick, I got to go, by the end of the show, major winners, Band of Brothers.
That was who I was between.
the redhead stallion. He starts out of what? What's his position when he starts?
He
Lieutenant?
starts out lieutenant.
He ends he ends up a goddamn major in one of those sick leather airman jackets that apparently anyone could wear.
Yeah, one of the sexiest guys.
Very sexy soldier.
In uniform.
That guy must have cleaned up when he got
I actually
back.
don't even think he's that attractive physically. I think there's something about him. There's a presence.
Again, he's a leader. He's one of those guys. You see him, he's going to go into battle without a gun.
Yeah.
You know, if there's not enough for everybody, he's the one who doesn't have it.
We need to rewatch Band of Brothers soon.
We do it like 3 times a year, and
I know,
I'm ready
but
again.
We're due.
I'm ready again.
We need to rewatch it for the first time this quarter.
Who's your next
basically.
pick?
My last pick. Okay. I'm going to go with, fuck.
Come on, Jackie.
The Bear Jew.
He's going Bear Jew. Okay.
Yeah. It's good to have, here's what's great about my guys though too, because as you know, he uses a bat.
He does.
And
Not always, but when he can, when
he has to.
He likes to hit guys with bats when they're defenseless. Yeah.
He also gives my team, which we already have,
a little bit of edge.
the ghost.
Yeah.
We already have a lot of people are discussing the fact that when my team comes, we really fuck people up.
You guys. You leave a trail of blood and despair.
Bear Jew takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, he's a nutty guy.
Yeah, he's nutcase. Who's your final one?
Not a great New York accent on him.
No, pretty bad.
Pretty terrible New York accent.
Well, he's a director. He's not a.
On the guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the. I don't even remember his name. Who's the Hispanic guy from Inglourious Bastards? Omar.
Oh, he's great.
He's great.
Also, you know what I love.
He also speaks a little Italian.
Jackson Townsend just said, "Fuck, what was it? It's He said, "What about that dude from Battleship?"
I never saw
Rihanna?
Battleship.
I have no idea.
I gotta watch that though. How do you turn that into a movie?
Apparently, it was really bad.
Did they stay by the comic book or the board game
The board
rules?
game. I don't know how you could.
It's kind of Pixels-esque.
Pixels nailed it,
Pixels was great. People
No.
hate Pixels.
which is bullshit.
Yeah,
because
it's a good
Pixels
movie.
is great.
Funny movie. Good draft.
Good draft. That's our final draft.
I think my guys take it.
All right. What's our next?
Moving
segment?
on, talking a little fresh batch. So the Bachelor's back. Usually I have a Bachelor podcast. I don't know if people know that.
Fresh
but
batch.
but it exists. Me
Dude, people
and
dug that podcast.
Maddie M. McGinnis. Yeah, we had a lot of love. We had like a couple hundred listeners, and people, they just like, I think people liked our voice. They liked a couple straight white guys talking about love and our opinions on it and not holding anything back. That was key. A lot of people talk about The Bachelor and just hold everything back. And it's like, we all know what the deal is.
Yeah.
We all know who's attractive and who's not attractive.
Yeah.
Like there's this game of, I think they have a really good. It's like, no, she's going to lose because she's way hotter. What are we talking about?
Should I explain our non-PC Bachelor sketch idea that I've had forever that I really want to do, but it's not super PC?
No.
I really want to tell it.
I don't
Fuck.
think so. I don't think so. I don't think today.
It has to do with a guy who really likes Asian women.
Oh yeah, actually say it. It's hilarious.
So that one is, the first night, it's like, the first night they give away, like, they basically.
You get 30 women, and I think they hand out like 24 roses.
No, 15.
What's up?
They don't, there's not only like, there's 24. They knock 6 people out.
Yeah.
And it would have been, I really want to do a sketch where it's like, he's handing out all the roses to everybody, and then they reveal who the remaining women are.
Yeah.
And it's like all Asian women, and he says like, either A, like, this was a coincidence, or B, he's like, I have a thing
I have a type.
for Asian women.
I have a type.
I have a type. I should have let you know ahead of time.
That kind of, obviously not that drastically, that does happen on the show where there's
Yeah.
3 women left, and they all look the exact same.
and they're redheads.
They all look the exact same.
Yeah.
It's usually like they're all 5'6" and blonde, and they do just about the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, guys got types. I love guys who have types. I wish I had more of a type. Where you go out and you're literally looking for one thing, and if you don't see it, not interested. See you later.
It would make life really easy.
Right?
So what's going on with Bachelor?
So The Bachelor's back. We got Pete the pilot is the dude. And the show is different. The show has changed, Jack. It's finally in, the 21st century. It's in the age of social media where everyone knows now if you fucking are on the show, you're an instant celebrity.
Yeah.
You're
No,
basically just a reality star now.
It changed things. Like, it must suck.
Because that isn't what used to happen.
It just must suck to have been on, like, literally 6 years ago.
Dude,
because-
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, no one talks about it. It was like Ari's season or maybe like Nick Vial. Like, all of a sudden it was, before it starts, here's the pictures of the girls and here are their Instagrams.
Yeah.
That's the new thing. And just about all of them are influencers. Like whether or not they are, popular enough to be an influencer, just about all of them are trying to be Insta model, whatever you call that thing, where you're hot and you're taking photos and you're posting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you kind of pay for your life that way. So all of them are trying to do that. So the logical next step is you go on a show like The Bachelor. You got a 1 in 30 chance of marrying this guy. None of them want to marry this guy. If you marry this guy, the show's over.
I said to you, what you want to do is you want to make it.
Top 3.
Top 3? Well, you make it top 3, you're in the Bachelor family for life.
If you're in the top 3 and you lose, if you come in second or third, automatic invite to Bachelor in Paradise, you're on a short list to be the next Bachelorette. And that's the dream. Like, you look at Hannah Brown right now. And if you don't know The Bachelor, I apologize. Hannah Brown was the Bachelorette last year. And I didn't even watch because I think she is the most annoying person in the world. I think she sucks.
I remember you were very upset when they're like, it's Hannah B.
She sucks, dude. She calls herself the Beast. She's like a nut job.
That sounds awesome.
She needs to be locked up. It does sound cool now that I say it out loud.
You just described a really cool thing
it
that
does
somebody
sound
could call
cool.
themselves.
It does sound cool. But the way she says it, trust
Not
me,
cool.
you got to trust me on this one. Not cool. Her whole thing, though, was, so last season it was like she picked a guy. It turns out that the guy was a bad guy, so they didn't actually get engaged. It was like an immediate break off after she picked him, like a couple weeks later. It came out like he had a girlfriend, this whole thing. The guy that came in second is this guy, Pete the pilot.
If you can come in second.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Except there are a couple of people who have come in second multiple times. And it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Nick Vale came in second, like back to back.
Dude, there's also like the girl from Modern Family's dating or married.
Dude, she's dating fucking Wells.
Well, yeah.
And all of a sudden he's dating her, and now he's the bartender, Bachelor in Paradise. You just gotta stay in this reality world. It's just a sweet life staying in this reality world. But anyways, the girl Hannah Brown and this Pete guy, they were in the fantasy suite last season. And afterwards, usually they don't talk about what happens in it. Afterwards, kind of as a her being like F you to the guy she chose that ended up being a bad guy, she was like, well, me and Pete had sex 4 times that night. And so no one ever talks about it. So now everyone's like,
everybody's like, this is a stallion?
Everyone's like, Pete's a fucking stallion. He's an engine. His motor doesn't stop.
Yeah.
The guy is just, banging you all night.
Yeah.
And so this season, everyone is coming up. That's all everyone's talking about is like people are getting out of the limo. Like you get out of the limo and you do like a fun hello. And then you go inside. That's like how the show works. People are getting out and being like condoms. Or like, let me frisk you. And
it's
like
all about the fact that he is just a dog.
It's kind of uncomfortable. Like it's all about sex, even though they used to kind of like.
Is he into it?
He's very uncomfortable by it.
Okay.
He seems like a really normal, nice guy.
Yeah.
Which is not great for the show.
Yeah.
You want a Colton virgin. You want somebody who's kind of odd to really shake things up. The season might be a little bit boring because of him, but not because of the girls. The girls are nut jobs.
Would have been really funny is if like, one, how much pressure does he feel right now?
Dude, can you imagine in one night, you got like 4 hours to talk to 30 girls and you got to eliminate, like 6 isn't that hard. Am I a totally shallow bad guy for saying you picked just about the 24 best looking?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely.
You don't have any time to actually get to know. The odds
It's a
that you're going
numbers
to
game
miss
at
one
that
of these,
point.
right?
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, the worst thing you can probably do is talk too much to me, which some of the girls do, because then if you annoy me, then you're
gone.
off.
And everyone's nervous.
Yeah.
Very easy to annoy. Very easy to say something uncomfortable or say something awkward and wrong.
It's more important.
Everyone's getting drunk.
It's more important to not make a bad impression
Yes.
than it is to make a good impression. at that
Exactly.
point.
You almost want to get one good hello and
Yeah.
then kind of stay hidden. And then
Yeah.
he sees you and he's like, ooh, I remember. Yeah, I like you. You look good.
What you want to do is smell really good.
Smell
You
fantastic.
know how like some people smell so good, and you want to be able to just go up and just kind of like give him like a kiss like on the neck, like in that one part where you're like, ah,
He's like, okay.
okay,
All right.
ready to go 5th time.
What's nuts too is the first night he makes out with multiple people. Every year they make out with a couple people. And it's like, you met them like 4 minutes ago. That's kind of what you want. If you gotta make out, he can't send you home.
I'm totally that guy.
Yeah, you just go in for it.
Well, it's somebody who's going to make out with me.
If you were the Bachelor, you're saying?
Yeah, if somebody is trying to make out with me, let's dance. Who we're kidding? It's The Bachelor. We're having fun. You know.
Trust me, I get it.
It also would have been really funny, by the way, too, if instead of it being that they did it 4 times, if it was like he went down on her for 12 hours.
If that was the reveal,
And it was like 12.
he spent the
hours.
entire night. He asked for nothing.
He asked for nothing.
He didn't want a thing. He's a giver. That's kind of his thing.
She didn't even know if he had a penis at the end.
Yeah, she had no idea.
Yeah.
That still was a reveal. It's still yet to be known.
Yeah.
And-
That's why they call him Lockjaw.
lastly, I'm just going to go through the couple people I think are the front runners, just to kind of get that out there. And if anyone watches the show. So it's an odd year. First front runner is this girl, Hannah Ann, who was a full-on Instagram influencer, and Kittens Got Claws. She's one of those very sweet, very nice, but really fucking up everyone's game.
Yeah.
She talked to him like 5 times the first night. The whole thing is you have to let everybody talk to him. There's only so much time.
Yeah.
She kept on going back and being like, don't hate the player, hate the game.
That happens every time.
And every time it works. She got the first impression of us. Every time it works. But you're
Absolutely.
just like, you're a bitch. It's kind of, do you want to be friends with the crew or you want to go get your man?
Well, it's like every time there's the Bachelor. So every time there's the Bachelorette. So there's a bunch of guys, and it's always so funny because it's like, unlike the Bachelor, in the Bachelorette, you're basically like, okay, here are your 20 new best friends for life. You're living, they don't have phones, so you are basically in a dorm with these guys.
Sorority
for like
sisters
8
or
weeks.
bachelor bros. Yeah.
And you're just like working out and talking about bodies. And,
They have a
and
blast. They have a blast.
being influencers and stuff. And my favorite is there's always a point where one guy does something a little bit wrong. And then all the guys, there's sort of this like pack mentality. They're like, hey man, what you did was wrong. Yeah, it's not fair. It's not cool.
It's
And
literally
then,
the real bros of Simi Valley. It's like that.
yes. And then there's one of them is an idiot and he calls like an emergency meeting.
Yeah,
with
we
the
need a
girl. It's like,
meeting with all the guys.
But I'm saying an emergency meeting with the girl.
Oh,
And he's
yeah.
like, hey, here's what you're going to think of me from now on. I'm the snitch.
Yeah.
And I'm uncomfortable with confrontation. So I just thought you should know that Kyle has been, he's been saying some stuff to Kevin that was like not really cool.
And the big line of check is, I don't think he's here for the right reasons.
I just don't think he's here for the right reasons.
And I
like,
just want to protect you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm worried about. Whether or
I'm
not
such
you
a good
choose me or
fucking guy.
not. I don't
Yeah.
want you to get hurt because
Yeah.
I've been hurt
Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah, dude,
I
that's
don't
all,
want you to be hurt, okay?
that's also my favorite is when you get a little bit more into the season and it's like, okay, let's get to know, like the girl's going to get to know the guy.
Yeah.
And on all these one-on-ones. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, so here's my really sad story. So I grew up, my parents were divorced.
And then it's like, I
I don't know, maybe I just feel like, love is going to,
I feel like love's going to let me down, you know?
And they literally,
I've been waiting for love to let me down my whole life.
I was dating my high school girlfriend for 3 years after high school, and then we broke up.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my gosh.
And now, that was like 3 weeks ago. I'm 22 years old.
I'm 22 and I want to get fucking hitched, yo. The other front runners, though, there's this girl, Kelly, who he had met before. This is a new thing they do. They bring someone on who he kind of knows, and all the other girls are like, fuck that bitch. She knows him, unfair advantage.
Yeah.
And they spend the entire time being like, fuck you, because you have the unfair advantage.
But I think that they never win. I don't think.
No,
that
they don't. They don't.
Yeah, I think that it's a. He's not. If put it this way, if he knew you, you would be with him right now.
Exactly.
If it was with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the last two, you got Madison, who's the Auburn basketball coach's daughter. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Having said that, she's totally not there for the right reasons because I looked her up. She's been like on Wheel of Fortune and this and that. She's like trying to become a famous person. Very pretty though. Seems very nice. And then finally, this girl, Sarah, who got no attention the first night. No attention. I think she's by far the best looking. And so usually they'll do this where they don't want you to know who the front runner is. They did this with Cassie last season with Colton, where it's like you kind of know who they are, but they don't really show them too much. And then by Ep 3, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, they have a connection. We just haven't been showing you. So I think Sarah's my winner, but those are my front runners. If you watch the show, please let us know. And
We would love for people to weigh in.
Yeah.
Also going forward, we're going to be involving comments and stuff a lot more.
Oh, for sure.
So make sure you DM us whatever the fuck you want us to talk about. Okay, what's our next thing?
Let's go to What Say You?
What say you?
My personal favorite segment of the of all of our podcasts. What say you? If you don't know, this segment is basically
It's basically the podcast.
It's basically the podcast.
The entire podcast is we say a topic and then talk about what we think.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that I feel like doesn't fit into any category.
It's not quite good enough to fit into a category or for us to talk longer than a couple minutes about it, but it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it's usually pretty funny.
So
All right.
let's go to the first What Say You? There we go. So Iran has a fleet of killer dolphins trained to blow up ships in suicide attacks. They got them from the Russians. They may or may not be alive. We don't know. That's the article. We don't know if they're alive, but if they are alive, people are saying we should watch out. What are your thoughts, Jack, on weaponizing animals, and do you think that they will be successful or, achieve the goal that they were trained to do?
Holy fuck.
Something to
This
think
is
about, right? This is a story.
Well, so they always say that dolphins are the second smartest animal.
Yeah, okay.
And then the one fucking dork who sucks is like, actually, it's pigs.
Yeah, actually, they're smarter than humans.
Actually, pigs
Yeah.
are the fucking
Oh,
smartest.
I love when people are like dolphins. In a lot of ways, dolphins actually are smarter than humans.
Oh yeah, it's like,
And again, my line: why the fuck they wouldn't be fucking dolphins?
yeah, go live in the sea.
Go fucking grow legs and walk around and
you like
build
it
a
so
fucking
much when you
computer.
marry a dolphin, bro.
Yeah, if dolphins are so sick, they don't have a single water park or hotel.
This is a genius idea. To have
Training dolphins.
to have a fleet, a pod. I think it's a pod of dolphins. Maybe that's killer whales. Huh. They're pretty formidable if that's the case.
So my thought is one.
Well, wait a minute.
Horseshit on the whole thing.
Well, wait, time out. Are they? I assume that in my head they have like
So they
packs
have,
on.
they have like a bomb. They got like a bomb backpack.
Yeah.
And then they're trained to just run into the ship, and it's a suicide mission. Explode.
Okay, I like that because before I was thinking,
They're not like going tit for tat with soldiers.
I was going to say, or is it like
that would be nuts.
we taught them how to use submarines and how to they're weak.
The dolphins are inside the submarine.
Yeah.
They've learned to breathe without water. No, I was also picturing it's like you got like a Navy SEAL in the water, like da-da-da, da-da-da, and then the dolphins like dodging that and then like firing back.
Yeah.
No, it's just a torpedo. I think they taught dolphins to run into shit.
Yeah,
And then they got bombs
you
in their
can't
back.
recognize them.
I doubt it. Or if
they
you
can
do, you
tell
go
it-
like, oh, hey, a dolphin.
Like,
You
so
know?
tell me if I'm wrong. When you're in a submarine, and
Yeah.
you don't know the answer to that,
I have nothing. I know nothing about submarines, and I have no interest in ever going in one.
you're in a submarine.
Yeah.
And they shoot a torpedo. Usually there's like a beep, 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 and they're like, "What is that?"
Beep, 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 beep,
No!
beep, 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 beep,
And
beep.
then
No, and then,
cut to the outside.
yeah, big explosion.
In this, I don't think that they pick up on like dolphins and stuff.
I can't imagine if they do. And again, if they did, I think they'd be like, hey, we got some dolphins out the window.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Everybody wave. Look at the
What's
dolphins.
that dolphin got on its back? It's kind of like a
It's-
no.
Is that like a Nalgene bottle? There's like 50 Nalgene bottles full of nitroglycerin. Yeah.
So my thought, I don't think this is real. I think this is just some more Iranian propaganda, Jack.
Yeah, you
as
know
if we
those
didn't
guys.
have enough. And also Russians, always a step ahead, training dolphins.
Yeah.
Always, it's like raptors in Jurassic Park. All right, next, what say you? All right, number 2. So there's a new Subaru car, and it's attracting the headlines, Jack, because it is called the Forester Ultimate Customized Kit Special, aka the Subaru Fucks.
Wait a minute. No, it's not called that.
Look at the article. This is a real thing.
Well, this article
That's why
says,
that's why I make the article.
is it the, wait, what's it?
It is the Subaru Forester Ultimate Customized Kit Special, FUCKS. It is literally the Subaru Fucks.
So they are, because that's the thing is like, it's not like that makes sense.
No, not at all. It's not like you say it out loud and then you don't realize till afterwards. Apparently, it was a translation issue. Subaru, I guess, I don't know if I think it's Japanese.
They did this on purpose.
I feel like it, but this is a
Which I
pretty
dig.
bold.
I get doing it.
All press is good press. It's kind of just a pub play.
Yeah, for sure. I am more likely than not to buy this car because of it.
It'd be pretty cool to say you drive a Subaru Fucks.
Yeah.
You would never buy it. It's like kind of like nitro blue, and it's like almost like a Tokyo drift car. It looks like.
Yeah, I would never buy that.
You know, but it's an SUV. It's got a hood scoop and everything. But good for Subaru, right?
Yeah, I like that. Very smart.
So you say good.
Of course.
Okay, Jack
That's
says good.
awesome.
All
Well,
right.
Also, fucks is a great word.
It
Like, you
is.
don't want to, if it was the Subaru shit, I wouldn't buy the shit.
Honestly-
I'd drive in a car that's like, that guy fucks.
That guy fucks. Because honestly, the Subaru fuck wouldn't be as good as the Subaru fucks.
Yeah.
Like the Subaru fucks just
Subaru
sounds
does
fun.
fuck, dude.
That Subaru fucks.
Dude, I heard Subaru went down on her
Yeah.
for like 12 hours.
Just like Pete.
Yeah.
Pete drives the Subaru fucks.
You know what's, I think, the worst name for a car?
What?
Is the I think it's the Volkswagen Golf.
Like a golf cart.
No, it's called the Golf. There's a specific car called a Golf. You've seen them before, trust me.
I'm sure.
And I always just think like, if you're not a huge fan of golf, there's also one that's called the Lacrosse. And it's like,
I knew the lacrosse and it has nothing to do with lacrosse. And it's
Yeah.
like, bro, that word's too common.
it's French for the cross.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
I assume so,
Interesting.
but I don't know, and that doesn't make any sense, but it does. All right, moving on. Next, what say you? All right. So Gwyneth Paltrow, back at it again. She's a common topic on our podcast. She's just ridiculous.
Yes.
She and her company Goop are selling a vagina-scented candle. In fact, it's her vagina-scented candle, and it already sold out. What say you? Are you pro or anti-vagina-scented candles
I'm not really into candles.
in general?
So
Whether they smell like vaginas or not.
I don't like candles because I'm always worried there's going to be a fire.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I don't really have a great sense of smell, neither do you.
No.
So I'm never like, wow, it smells great in here. Usually it's just like, hey, is heat coming from a direction that I can't really sense right now? There's some sort of heat that's alien to this room.
Yeah, where's this coming from? I'm getting a heat signal.
We're getting
right
some sort of heat thing happening. But the vagina scented one, you know what's funny? And this is something that I think we're probably the first podcast to ever talk about it. There are those trees that smell like semen.
I did not know that.
Yeah, dude, outside of our high school. Do you not remember those bushes? You would walk out and you're like,
who's coming?
Dude,
Who's been coming around
DM
here?
me that you know what those trees are. Because there
That's
are
a
these
thing?
trees. Dude, it was outside of our school. And you walk and be like,
What's going on here?
does someone just come out?
Is someone coming outside? What's going on here?
It's interesting. I wonder, fuck it, I'm going to get this candle.
You know what I like the vagina scented candles? One, because it lets you say the word vagina. It just kind of it allows more vulgar conversations.
Yeah.
But also, if I know someone has it, next time I go to their place, I'm gonna walk in, check. This place smells like pussy.
Yes. I really like...
Right? It's pretty good. Pretty good. Way to go. Way to go, Gwyneth. Also, who the fuck is buying this? Bunch of nut jobs.
I'm going to buy it.
What a bunch of crazy nut jobs.
How much is it?
Probably like $20-$30.
It was, okay, anything less than 100, I'm buying this.
It's definitely less than 100. It might be more than 20-30. I don't really know what do candles go for? I have no idea.
I have no fucking clue. But
there's a limit on it, when it goes down.
I'm going to prank you and Mikey. I'm going to put the candles in your room all day and then take them away. And you're going to walk and be like,
why does this place smell like pussy?
why does my place smell like pussy?
As Mikey walks in.
I'm a big fan of, Mikey, I'm saying that I'm going to get one of those vagina scented candles. I don't know if you've heard about this. I'm going to put it in your room all day when you're not aware. And then when you walk in, you're like, why does my room smell like pussy? You would absolutely embrace it.
You don't even notice.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, Mike. There he is.
Okay.
See, that's what you ask for when
Ben-
you make this candle. You're asking for a bunch of frat bros to go wild.
Ben Bodner just said, I think it's called a calorie pear tree. And
That's why we live stream.
that's why we live stream. For in the moment stuff like this.
Yeah, calorie pear tree.
Man,
if anyone wants to go test it out or enjoys the smell.
I can't wait till next week when we figure out how to do this the first time.
I figure out how to do it better. All right, last what say you? All right. So a conservative group, not right-wing conservative, but just people who tend to be, a little bit more conservative about things, are slamming Burger King because Burger King has an ad where they have people taste Impossible Whoppers. What's up? Question. Can I finish?
Yeah. My question was, what's the D word?
There we go. See? This is okay. So I think I know what you will say, or what say you. Burger King had this commercial where it's the Impossible Whoppers, and they have people tasting them, and then they're like, that's an Impossible Burger. And they're like, no way, get out of here. And one guy goes, damn, that's good. And this group of mothers, it's one of those like mothers against
Why in my
something.
head did I think it was going to be dick or dildo?
I thought dick. Dick seems like a worse word than damn, right? People don't use word like damn isn't like damn you to hell. It's more like damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like the words kind of changed.
Yeah.
So dick is definitely more like whatever. But no, it is damn. So damn, they said damn in a commercial. And there's this group of 100,000 mothers, I forget what it's called, mothers that do something. And they're like, take the commercial down. Take the commercial down. What say you? Overreaction? Proper reaction?
Fuck those pussies. They
Right?
should make
Okay.
a candle that smells like them.
Exactly. We're making vagina-smelling candles. You can't say damn in a Burger King commercial? What
There
world are we living in?
should be only one word that you're not allowed to say.
Yes, I know the word.
No, in addition to the N word.
Okay.
In addition to
I was
the N
thinking of.
word, and I'm sure there's some other racial slurs that you also should not be
Besides
allowed to say.
racial words.
Besides
Just
racial
curse
stuff,
words.
there's only one word you're not allowed to say. You know what that is?
Fuck.
Impossible.
That's
Because
good.
nothing is impossible. Nothing.
That's good.
Talking to you,
There we go.
people of the internet.
Let's go. Sweet. That's pod.
By the way, really quick, that's the pod before we go.
First live stream.
I'm gonna talk to the people.
What's up? We should do it
Ventus
earlier
says-
so people on the East Coast can watch it earlier.
Yeah. Ventus says, "Are you guys in the DC area based on the Nats videos?"
Yeah, homie.
We are DC people.
703, yo.
703.
Wait, that way.
I've never been able to do that.
This one? Maybe?
Yeah, there's the hand
Am I doing it
signal.
the same way?
I have no idea. But we live in Los Angeles though.
703. That's right.
Thank you, Leo and Ellie and Alyssa and Dylan and Kelly and P. Huff, and a bunch of other Ethan, a lot of people. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're really going to figure this out for next time.
We're going to make it better. We're going to make it clean, make it smooth, make it quiet or loud, but,
Yeah.
Good.
It'll work. We got one last thing to say, though, hun.
I think it's kick it.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.